Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Scenes with Shiv. In last week's episode, I gave you guys 5 thriller movies with twist endings. But in today's episode, I'm going to give you guys 5 horror movies with twist endings. But fear not, I am very much like you. I don't like horror movies that have abrupt endings. These will be horror movies with twist endings, but also happy endings. Don't have a dirty mind when I say happy endings, you know what I mean. So let's go behind the scenes.
And action!
As a filmmaker, I like leaving my audience satisfied. That's why I say happy ending. I should stop with that. But these movies will leave the audiences at the end feeling redeemed. And as per the feedback I got from last week's video, I'm going to be including a couple of movies on Amazon Prime as well. So it's not just going to be Netflix, but it's going to be Amazon Prime and Netflix. So let's jump right into it. Jumping in at number 5 is Shutter. Shutter, the Hollywood version that came out in 2008. The plot is centered around a couple, Benjamin and Jane, who experience horrific events after they run over a girl. It seems like that girl is haunting them. However, like every other horror movie, there's more that meets the eye. As the movie progresses, we get a backstory on the girl that they ran over until we reach a horrific and shocking twist towards the end. A must watch. This is available on Amazon Prime. Coming in at number 4 is Stonehearst Asylum, available on Netflix. The plot reads as a new employee at a mental hospital becomes attracted to one of his colleagues, but he is unaware of a recent horrifying change in staff. Now, very much like the plot says, this movie is shrouded by mystery. It's not based in current times, it's based back in the 1800s, which is what makes it even more eerie. As the movie progresses, you'll notice a change of tone throughout the film, until it reaches a pretty shocking ending. Now, this film is on this list because it's more of a psychological horror film. Definitely a must-watch. Kate Beckinsale gives you an amazing performance. Stonehearst Asylum, available on Netflix. Coming in at number 3 is Game Over. This is the first Bollywood film on this list, but Game Over was definitely a mind-bender. Starring Taapsee Pannu as a handicapped video game developer, the plot of the film follows a serial killer stalking her. As the film progresses, you realize all is not what it seems. The first time you come across the twist, it's a very satisfying twist because you realize that the whole film has a second chance. I don't want to give much away, and without revealing any spoilers, I recommend you check out Game Over on Netflix. Coming in at number 2 is Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day is a very different film on this list. It's a horror comedy. Now, as a filmmaker, I can tell you it's very difficult to execute a horror film that's also a comedy film, because most horror films tend to turn out into comedy films without the filmmakers wanting it to be one. But this is executed magnificently well. After all, it's produced by Blumhouse Studios, the same studio that produced The Hunt, The Invisible Man, and a bunch of other Hollywood successes. Happy Death Day revolves around a college student who gets killed by a serial killer. Without giving any spoilers away, I can tell you this. Every time she gets killed, her day gets restarted and she has to trace who her serial killer is. But that is not the only plot twist. I cannot reveal much more without giving out any spoilers, so I recommend you check out movie number 2 on this list, Happy Death Day. And finally, our number 1 movie on this list, available on Amazon Prime, is the 2009 film Orphan. The plot reads as a couple who recently lost their baby adopts a 9-year-old girl. They soon find out that she has a troubled and mysterious past, and she is not all who she pretends to be. Yes, this film freaked the shit out of me. It freaked me out. When I reached the plot twist at the end, I was like, I don't want to have kids ever. But trust me when I say this movie is a must-watch. Do check it out. That's the list for this week, guys. Stay tuned until the next episode of Behind the Scenes with Shiv.